Once again, it's your boy Quab Tony coming at you. Just talking about the Carson Jones Kell Brook fight. Very competitive fight. Two young guns getting into the ring. Um, Carson Jones 25, Kell Brook 26. Uh, both guys have really decent records. I don't think Carson Jones' record reflects the true nature of the gentleman. I mean, the guy in early in his career was thrown into the Lions Den early, so that's why he has the amount of losses he has. So he's fought elite fighters early in his career, so that's why he has a record of 34 and 8, whereas Kell Brook is 27 and 0 going into the fight. Um, I would say the fight was a very good competitive fight. First 6 rounds, it was all Kell Brook. I don't think anyone can argue about that. Kell Brook first, was boxing and moving, slipping and sliding um, a lot of the time, and confusing Carson Jones. Whereas Carson Jones really wanted to make it a brawl. He really, I think initially he may have wanted to make it a boxing match, but I think as the rounds went on, he wanted to make it a brawl. Kell Brook wasn't an easy target for him to find. In fact, um, Carson Jones was just getting peppered with a jab, getting hit an awful lot. Kell Brook was using the ring very well, and at the same time, it came at a cost. He was using his legs a lot, so that came at a cost for him towards the midpoint of the fight, where you saw a momentum change. The momentum change obviously was Kell Brook being back, being backed up a lot, and Carson Jones starting to find Kell Brook with his punches. Uh, Kell Brook was still boxing and moving as he was usually doing, but I think Carson Jones going to the body kind of slowed down Kell Brook a lot, and it's always important in boxing to make those investments. They call it investments. That's what one of my favorite trainers, Nazim Richardson, says. Make those investments. That means make those investments to the body, hit him to the body, slow him down. And that's exactly what Carson Jones was doing. He was slowing Kell Brook down to, from the midpoint to the fight towards the end. It looked very competitive and very close rounds towards the end, just towards the end of the fight. One thing I do want to highlight in this video was the 12th round. The 12th round to me was very controversial. I think in the last 10 seconds, Kell Brook was in real trouble. Carson Jones was bringing it a lot. Kell Brook was tired. He wasn't able to move the way he wanted to. His nose was bleeding, and the list goes on. Um, the referee stops the fight with 10 seconds remaining and warns Carson Jones for using the head. And I never actually saw any headbutt or a head incident in the fight. So that to me was very controversial. I didn't think Carson Jones should have been stopped at that point and be warned by the referee. In fact, if anything, Carson Jones was on the brink of knocking Kell Brook out. That's just my opinion, though. I mean, you can feel free to comment, but those last 10 seconds really made a big difference. And if anyone knows in history, if you look at, for example, when Julio Cesar Chavez Sr. fought Meldrick Taylor, Meldrick Taylor was winning the whole fight, and there was only 2 seconds remaining, and the referee stopped the fight and gave the fight to Julio Cesar Chavez. So time is very important. We mustn't underestimate the length of time remaining in the fight. But it's a hypothetical question now to think whether Carson Jones would have really knocked him out. I personally think he would have been able to get the stoppage in the last 10 seconds. But to me, that was very controversial. Not to sound like a hater, I'm not a hater at all. I do like Kell Brook, but I think his resilience has been questioned to some degree. I think when he goes on to fight bigger and better opposition, they're gonna question Kell Brook's resilience level, being able to, fight a good long hard 12 rounds consistently when his opponent is applying pressure. And that's exactly what Carson Jones did in this fight. So it's a good victory for Kell Brook, but I think he really needs to assess on certain things and maybe use a little bit less leg movement and learn to also fight on the inside, you know. So once again, Kell Brook, well done. Carson Jones, he still has a future in boxing. He's still young. He's 25 years old. So he can still, do certain things in boxing. He still has the ability, but he needs to obviously go back to the drawing board. And yeah, Kell Brook he's done well. He's done well, but just a few question marks. Anyway, this is Quab 20 once again signing out, and subscribe to my videos. I'll definitely have some new materials coming through, and positive, negative comments are all welcome. And also visit my website, which is in the description box below, boxingblog.webnode.com. I'll definitely have some material there for you guys, fighter reviews and also legendary matchups, and I'll definitely have some legendary matchup videos as well coming up for you. So peace, Quab 20 signing out.